name is Meredith Hutton. I'll be doing the informative speech on the history of coffee on June 19, 2016. The Independent newspaper released an article by Paul Newman containing the story of the #1 ranked women's tennis superstar Serena Williams. She was not playing her best in the Hopman Cup in Australia this past January. She was down 6-0 and needed a pick-me-up fast. She asked her coach to bring her a particular beverage. After doing so, she made a comeback and ended up winning the game. You're probably wondering what this beverage is. You might even be wondering where you could get this, as Serena Williams calls it, miracle beverage. Well, look no further. It's on every corner. This miracle beverage was nothing more than a shot of coffee. Today I'll be speaking on the history of coffee. No one knows exactly when or how the discovery came to be, but there are many legends about its origin. One popular myth the National Coffee Association USA mentions is the legend of the Ethiopian. This legend states that there was a farmer named Kaldi who had goats. One day he noticed that after his goats ate this red fruit called coffee, they seemed happy and full of energy. The farmer tried the red fruit for himself and found the same effect to be true. He also found that the fruit kept him more alert throughout the day. With the findings of this energy fruit, the farmer's discovery caught on throughout the world, which was the start of the global coffee bean we know and love today. The word coffee entered the English language in 1582. Coffee quickly caught the public's attention. It became the central trading tool. In major cities like New England, coffee houses became the center of social activity. Christina Rogalski states in her article, The Revolution of Coffee Drinking, that alcohol was the commonly consumed drink for Europeans during this time, but with the rise of coffee beans that replaced their beer and wine that they were drinking for breakfast and became their most common breakfast beverage. This made society more productive and efficient. With over 3,000 coffee houses in London, coffee houses became the meeting place for religious and political activity. As Brian Williams points out in The Social Life of Coffee, at one point in history, women were even banned from coffee houses because they were seen as a meeting place for the elite. As co-founder of Go Coffee Go, Scott Prinkett states that in 1511, the governor of Mecca banned people from drinking this because the discussions and debate might cause opposition to his rule. You might be wondering what the fuss over a little bean. Well, research done by Harvard School of Public Health released a study finding the health benefits of coffee are numerous. Research showed that drinking 4 to 5 cups a day of coffee can cut the risk of Parkinson's disease in half. Another article in New York Times by writer Aaron Carroll states that more consensus on coffee's effects on health than you might think. This states that over 36 different studies combined, the data supports that those who drink a high to moderate amount of coffee are at the lowest risk for cardiovascular disease. Is it possible that coffee drinkers thousands of years ago were drinking coffee for the same reason we do today? In an NBC article by Santi Lamont, she quotes a 1600 headline that states, "Coffee cures alcoholism." Alcoholism was the largest medical problem during this time. Even children were consuming this due to the unclean water. Another alleged benefit that Lamont points out in her article is a local ad in 1652 that claims that coffee could aid digestion, help coughs, headaches, stomach aches, and even prevent miscarriages. We know today that all these alleged benefits are not true, but the people in the 16th and 1700s believed it. In the 1800s, many inventions for aiding coffee were invented. In 1822, George Stephenson changed the way coffee was drinking with the first invention of the espresso machine. In 1871, for the first time ever, coffee was mass-produced and sold on a national level. One of the most popular coffee creations in the 1800s was Maxwell's House brand. As President Roosevelt states, "It's good to the last drop." As 1900s approached, there was no decline in coffee consumption. As co-founder of Go Coffee Go, Scott Prinkett points out, in the creation of the vacuum tin helps keep coffee beans fresher than ever. This method for preserving coffee beans is still used today. Decaffeinated coffee was also founded during this time by a German coffee importer. The caffeine was removed by accident when a ship retained water, resulting in what they thought was ruined coffee beans, turned out to be the invention of decaf coffee. The 1900s was a new and exciting time for coffee. When thinking of coffee in our world today, it seems fitting to say that we live in a coffee-driven world. As stated in a CNBC article entitled "The Coffee Addiction," Seattle has more than 1,640 coffee shops. With the creation of flavorings, frappuccinos, and lattes, coffee consumption is at an all-time high. Lauren Bell states in an article from DMN that the social component of coffee has also caused a rise in consumption. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat make it easy to share pictures of your day. Since coffee shops have become the trend in 2016, many people enjoy sharing pictures of coffee. As Lydia Stad states in her article, American coffee consumption is steady, few want to cut back. Coffee drinkers have not cut back any. Coffee is Americans' addiction. Coffee has been around for many years. People enjoy drinking coffee many different ways, but it's clear to see that coffee has a positive impact on the individual and the economy. From the fruit found by goats to the cup of Starbucks we drink today, coffee is one of America's favorite beverages.